I was interviewed, actually it's just been published, but I was interviewed a few weeks ago by one Marilyn Bradford, who has a podcast called Left Turn. And it's quite a free, some interviews are, you send in a bunch of questions that the interview is going to ask you. Other interviews are more free-flowing, and this was a free-flowing one. And what we got to in the interview was that calmness with IT is that when I go into a situation or asked to have a look at a situation, I go in there knowing there is no problem. And so rather than having an issue that's a problem that I have to figure out and fix, and therefore be perhaps putting myself under some pressure to get it done in a certain time frame, because often with IT, when something goes wrong, it affects a lot of things. Like if a business has a website and something happens and the website goes down, then that affects the business. So there's a lot of pressure on that back-end IT systems administrator person to get it handled. And if you're the type of person in that job who panics, it's going to be so much harder for you to get to what's necessary.
Because when I panic, I can't see anything anymore.
That's right.
Everything disappears. And sometimes you say, that little button there, and I'm coming.
Can't even see it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I can't see it. I can't see that heading.
I mean, you go literally, if you're going to panic, you're going into fight, flight, or freeze. And it kicks in your parasympathetic nervous system, and then the whole body physiology changes, and you literally cannot see things or do things. I wonder how many people have actually got a physiology. So if you have the point of view that there is no problem, nothing you have to fix, nothing you have to solve, there just is, it could be a checkbox that needs checking. It could be a button that needs pressing. It could be a setting that needs changing.
So instead of panicking, you just have to breathe and investigate.
So it's kind of like a process. What was really nice about that interview that I did was I noticed on YouTube somebody had commented and they said, after 20 years in IT, thank you. Because what I also talked about is how we work in the back end, in the background, and nobody ever really knows what we do.
Yes, not acknowledged, not seen.
Acknowledged, not seen. And how you've got to acknowledge yourself and not expect other people to acknowledge you and what you do.
To even know what you do.
Because they don't have a clue you're even there most of the time.
Yep.
So it's a rather interesting job.
Truly, IT geeks know something about living